What up? What up? What up, YouTube? All right, I'm gonna tell you about the time on when I got into massage school. I ended up moving from Atlanta, so Atlanta wasn't working out so good. I was living with my cousin, and it was just a lot going on as far as like I didn't have schooling going on. I didn't have no kind of education fresh out the military, so I lasted like 8 months, and I wasn't making enough to where that I was surviving. So my mom offered for me to come back and help me out, and I was getting behind on like truck notes, stuff like that. And so I ended up coming back, moving in with her, and I was like 24. Yeah, 24. Yeah, I had just turned 24. No, actually 23. I was 23. And, watch out my cat. But, yeah, for the most part, end up going back to St. Louis, trying to get everything together. I had this one job where it was like a halfway house. Watch out, man. In a halfway house. It's like halfway house work. That's what I meant to say. So you like lifting pallets and everything like that. And man, I was like the first day, I was like sitting in a bathtub full of Epsom salt. You know what I'm saying? Body was sore, thinking I could do it. I'm 20 some years old. I was like, I'm already doing warehouse work. Let me stick with the warehouse work. And because I wanted to stay in logistics, but every time I wanted to do logistics from like the military, I was a 92 Yankee. So so I tried to stay in logistics, but every job that they had was like warehouse work. I mean, like labor, manual labor. So, what else happened? So, I ended up working like these warehouse jobs, working for like the Schnucks warehouse. Got put on with my cousin or whatever. He worked the day, I worked the night shift or overnight, and that was like taking a toll on my bad. My cat is disturbing my ring light. But anyways, yeah. So overnight, that was for the birds. I'm like, oh man, I'm missing the nightlife. I'm missing St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? I'm just coming back. You know what I'm saying, from the military, and you know what I'm saying. And my dad was in the military. I wouldn't even, I was over there for like maybe a year, some change, or whatever the case may be. Maybe not even a whole year, because I did school or whatever. And so yeah, I wasn't even in St. Louis for a year. And yeah, so come back to St. Louis. The night life was like just shot because I was working overnights. So what happened was I was like, I got to change this up. So I ended up like sabotaging and getting fired, but not, by not making my numbers at the warehouse. You know what I'm saying? So what happened is that they let me go or something like that. I don't know what it was, but I already had another job temporary, and it wasn't gonna be no issue for me to find another job or whatnot. And so fast forward, I'm working at Skate King. You know what I'm saying? I'm hey doing it big in it. I ain't gonna say you're doing it big, but you know what I'm saying. I had a lot of fun. And my uncles, they put me on in that job or whatever. I appreciate y'all for that. Let's see. So I was working doing that, and I was like, I need something to do. But anyways, I ended up getting falling into another warehouse job. Like maybe I wasn't even out of work for not that long, maybe less than a week or something like that. And I ended up working at that other warehouse job with my homeboy Wayman that I told y'all about last video. But anyways, so that's like delivering glass, like stacking glass and stuff like that, and windshields, windshield glass, and it was like a windshield warehouse, and that was pretty cool. And then what happened was they ended up like overpaying me. And then they talking about I got to pay them back and woo woo woo. It was a whole bunch of mess or whatever the case may be. So I ended up sabotaging that job. But while I was doing that job, I ended up going to massage school. And how I got to massage school was me working at Skate King. It was this roller skating rink. So it was this one girl that I was kind of talking to, but we're gonna fast forward through that part. So what happened is that she needed a ride to the to the school, to her school, whatever. And at this time, I'm in my mom's basement, and I'm sitting here smoking weed and not doing nothing with my life or whatever. And this one guy comes in, and he comes fixes her water heater or something like that. And because she wasn't getting hot water like that, it kept going out or whatever. So he comes by, fixing. I think it was AC, something, one of those things. He came. He was telling me how he got into HVAC or heating and cooling, something like that, and he was telling me a story how he got discharged from the military and they still gave him his VA. I mean not VA, his GI Bill. So his GI Bill made and helped him go to school. So I was like, okay, well, let me go ahead and see if I'm eligible for it. So next thing you know, I go down to the VA office or whatever and find out that I'm eligible or somebody did the paperwork for me. So I was like, cool, cool. You know what I'm saying? I walked in, but look, check this out. When I walked in, I had a whole scale on me. You know what I'm saying? Just that the whole St. Louis hustler mentality, man. I had a whole scale on me, and what the hell's that? So I had a whole scale on me. So I was like, hold on, let me be right back. Because what happened was they had metal detectors and shit. So I was like, my dumb ass. So then so I go put the scale back in the car, and that's when I went to walk into the federal building or whatever, and then they like helped me out with the the paperwork or whatever. It was a black lady. I appreciate that too. And St. Louis is like the headquarters for that region too. So it was like that was a good thing. But for the most part, got eligible for it, and I ended up having to take my friend to the school, and I was like, you know what, let me. And I was actually I went through all of that process, and then I was qualified for it, and then I did all of that, like took her to the school. When I dropped her off, I was like, let me go ahead and stop up in here. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, massage, it might be a good look as far as like a new career versus hard labor jobs or whatever. But yeah, so I was like, let me go ahead and check it out. I need a challenge and see if I can get some money while I'm going to school. So the next thing you know, walk in, they was like, man, all right, well, old girl was telling me like you get your own table and it's pretty cool, yada yada yada. So I was like, well, I need to get back into school, do something anyways before I need to get up out of St. Louis. And I was trying to get up out of St. Louis because it was just the whole mentality, the attitude. You had to change your mentality and personality just to survive in St. Louis. So I was like, all right. So I walked in, talked to them and everything like that. They just needed like a deposit or whatever the case may be, and then I just showed them my paperwork or whatever, and then that's how that started. So massage school is like 9 to 10 months. I think that program was like 10 months. But then so fast forward, I'm in massage school. I'm meeting people and everything like that. Everybody's cool. The course is what I'm saying, challenging and everything like that. But the test, I mean, everything was kosher. You know what I'm saying? Until my dumb ass, like we ended up moving from like one location to a better location, like a new building or whatever, right? So the next thing you know, my dumb ass is smoking weed in the parking lot. But check this out. So I was doing, how high, you know what I'm saying? Uh, you know what I'm saying? You get high, you take a test high, you get high scores. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was on. So, but when I was in my car, I ended up, you know what I'm saying, blowing and everything like that. And then I'm studying for this test. And then I was like, all right, I got it. You know what I'm saying? you know what I'm saying, just trying to, you know what I'm saying, get all the information before I go take this test. I'm on lunch break. We on lunch break. So this dude, you know what I'm saying, this, I don't know, square bear ass dude, black dude or whatever, he comes up, he's like, hey bro, you can't blow in the parking lot. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, he gonna be cool because, you know what I'm saying, he using slang, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right. I got you, fam. I got you. So I go to McDonald's and then I get my food. I come back to the break room. They talking about, man, somebody looking at your car, taking down your license plate, the security guard. I'm like, this dude here. All right, this dude is doing his job or whatever the case may be. Next thing you know, I come take I take the test. I think we grade the test, and I think I got like a B or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no C or no D. Now I know it definitely wasn't no D, but I know I passed that test. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like an 80 something or whatever, right? And then I'm chilling in class, and the next thing you know, I seen the security dude and the dean walk past the window, and they like ended up pointing me out. So I ended up having to go to the office, and they kicked me out. They kicked me out. So I did all this stuff to get all this process of getting back in, as far as like what I did. It was like I had to get like some stuff from like the showing that I was like making some kind of progression. Basically, like they wanted me to go to rehab or something like that. I'm like, man, I ain't got no time for that. And I was like, look, if you kick me out of school, then I won't be able to get back in, because all the stuff that I got to do, you know what I'm saying, just to survive. And then I'm getting paid just to go to school. So this me going to school is part of my income. So I finessed that or whatever the case may be. And I got one of my homeboys who was he was like something, an English major or whatever the case may be, to write me up a letter. This dude wrote it so cold I had to dumb it down. I was like, man, this does not sound like me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I had to dumb it down a little bit, you know what I'm saying, with all these intellectual words that I was like, I've never heard of, and I'm not going to look it up. And this is a trade school. So, yeah, they probably wouldn't even know. They probably know that I didn't write it. So anyways, so I get back into school or whatever the case may be. And when I got kicked out, I think it was like for 3 weeks or something like that. I had to wait till the next module or the next section start of the course or whatever, right? I had to wait till that to restart or whatever. And then I meet a whole bunch of other new friends, you know what I'm saying? Because now it's on different days. So now that 10-month course went to 12 months. And then plus I had to switch to night classes. So it slowed down the process for me anyway. So I was like, all right, cool. I was kind of procrastinating because I was like nervous to taking the state test, the board test or whatever. But I ended up passing that mug December 2009. Yeah, buddy. So that was pretty cool. Then turned around. After I finished massage school, I met a pretty cool people, you know what I'm saying? Then I started working with a couple of people afterwards, but for the most part, I was like, I'm already in the school mode. I got to keep going. I want to get paid while I go to school, and I want to keep challenging myself on learning something. So I was like, I need to pick up a survival skill that's going to last me a lifetime. So I was looking, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing all these commercials on TV talking about culinary school. So I was like, oh, let me go ahead and check this one school out. You know what I'm saying? The first school I went to, I know it was L'Ecole Culinaire, and I think I kept seeing commercials on it or whatever. And it only got 2 locations, one in St. Louis and one in Memphis. I don't know if the one in St. Louis is still up and running. I don't even know if the whole school is still up and running, period, or whatever. Because they were like off of Vatterott and Vatterott. I don't know if they still going. But it's like one of those trade schools or whatever. So another trade school. So I went in there, and they was talking about it's 22 months for the associate's degree. I was like, sign me up. It was like, it's like 52%, 52% or 50, 50, I think it was like 52 or 50, 56 or something like that. One of those percentages where they said they would drop out. That's the dropout rate for this course. I said, sign me up. So I got, stories for that and everything like that. I got stories for massage school too, but let's gonna keep it as far as like career goals. All right, so what happened was I went to culinary school. That was a big eye opener, you know what I'm saying? But the first course was like, the first phase was like military, you know what I'm saying? You had to keep your nails cut. You have to come in, get everything white. So then next thing you know, I was like, shit, I'm gonna go ahead and just, you know what I'm saying, get everything pressed. You know what I'm saying? Well, just my chef coat or whatever. So you got, you know what I'm saying, if you want to feel good, you gotta look good. You look good, you gonna start doing good. You know what I'm saying? Then people gonna start noticing, like, man, boy, you clean. Woo, and then you show it was. And they started looking at our class. Our class was like the best class, like that was coming up, like coming up through the ranks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? All the instructors, they was like, they was talking about us or whatever, how squared away we were. You know what I'm saying? So when and during the course, they were like, we're gonna bring back the field trip to overseas. So they so if you participate in the associate's course, then they was gonna send you all the way to Italy or France. So we ended up going to Italy. Oh my God! If you go on my Facebook page, if I remember, I'll put it in the description. But yeah, anyways, Italy was a big eye opener. They was going crazy for your boy. But anyways, they were like, you can be like 17 in the bar. I was like, nah, y'all too young. Y'all too young. But they was like showing me, the ropes and stuff like that. And it was these two ladies that were older. They were older, you know what I'm saying, but they was like married or something like that, and it was like salsa night, right? And the next thing you know, they ended up pulling me over to the dance floor. Somebody was like, "Oh, you better watch out, they husbands." And I was like, "Man, they pulled me over." You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling like a villain. You know what I'm saying? This is our last night here. You know what I'm saying? I can't do really too much. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do too much or whatever, because I ain't trying to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? But and plus it wasn't. I was a standout. It was like wasn't that many black people over there, and then I was like only black dude over there with locks, long ass hair, so I stood out. But anyways, yeah, culinary school was cool. Uh, Couple of stories, and I got a couple of stories about that one. One quick one. Like I hated, I hated baking. Baking, not bacon. I love bacon. So bacon it came, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh my God. Like in the first phase and the phases after that, it was like we ate what we made. You know what I'm saying? And then now we have this scrabble, well, you know what I'm saying, scavenge, you know what I'm saying, the other classes to, you know what I'm saying, like what y'all got left over, you know what I'm saying? Please, sir, can I have more? Looking at it. So what happened was, like, it was like we just go to the. Anyway, that was a whack ass story. I just I just didn't like that bacon. I didn't like the bacon phase. But anyways, everything else was cool. Let's see, and then let me fast forward on why I went to school. The reason why I went to school was to get the hell up out of St. Louis. I love my city. I do. I surely do. But it's too dangerous. It's too dangerous. Motherfuckers is pulling out guns for no damn reason. Like, damn, bro. I had to get me a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Why? And I was moving through the loo with no tool, with no pistol at all. For, you know what I'm saying? It was just I was just working and moving and grooving. Even if I was going out, I still didn't have none, because I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, expecting nothing or wasn't trying to get into nothing. But yeah. So anyways, my homeboy Wayman, you know what I'm saying, he was like, man, I'm about to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Was we roommates? I think we was like, no, I don't think. Yeah, we was roommates during that time or whatever. And then we separated up, separate ways, had our separate ways, but we were still, kicking it or whatever the case may be, right? So he ended up moving down to San Antonio with his peoples. So I was like, all right, bet. So I had an option of going to like Tacoma, Washington, uh, Florida. I think it was Miami with my homeboy. I'm glad I didn't do that. Atlanta, Houston, and or San Diego or whatever. So that was up in the air or whatever. But I was like, man, San Antonio got You got 2 military bases. You got Lackland, and you got Sam Houston, and you got other little joint bases out here too. So me being a veteran, so I was like, let me come up on it. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, before I left, I built up a whole bunch of momentum as far as like going to the VA, getting disability, because when I got kicked out for smoking at what's that shit? The massage school, right? Got kicked out from massage school, and then what happened was in the process where I had to, talk to somebody or whatever the case may be, I found out that I had PTSD from, me going to Iraq. And so I went to the vet center and they was like, yeah, go ahead and, take these, come in for these little group meetings and yada, yada, yada. And they put me on to as far as like getting a, disability check or compensation check or whatever. So I was like, all right, cool. So I ain't really had to lie, nothing like that. So I just told these people the truth. Next thing you know, I was getting like $700, $100 a month. You know what I'm saying? But they back pay me like 10 grand. You know what I'm saying? So that was enough momentum. So I was like, man, I got this money. I gotta take this opportunity to get the hell up out of here. And that's what I did. So I gave my mom like maybe 3 grand, three grand plus. Okay. Dang, see, I'm gonna keep it raw and uncut. I don't even know what happened. But no editing here, player. So yeah, so gave my mom some money, gave my people some money or whatever. Like my auntie, my grandpa when he was still alive. But it was like $100. But they was like, you should have seen their face. I was like, yeah, y'all my people. You know what I'm saying? I love taking my people. Family first, always family first. You know what I'm saying? This is how I'm operated. Firstborn, both sides, my mom and dad. But anyways, yeah. So got this bread, and I was like, man, where am I go? So the next thing you know, I transfer everything to Texas. You know what I'm saying? And that's when the Cardinals had won the World Series too against the Texas Rangers too. So I was like, all right, bet it's about to be lit. So I transferred my license and everything like that. So keep in mind, like this time I went to school for damn near like 2 years, and then so I'm massaging for like 2 years, a year and a half, or whatever the case may be. So I transfer all my stuff, my license and insurance or whatever. Oops, shit. And then so I moved down to San Antonio. I had an apartment that I set up. I did everything through my phone, damn near. You know what I'm saying? And found an apartment. Didn't even walk through the apartment. You know what I'm saying? Just pulled up and got the keys and moved in. You know what I'm saying? I had a Dodge. No, I had a Dodge Nitro. I had just got that Dodge Nitro. And then I packed that bad boy up with all the little totes and my massage table and everything like that. Whatever clothes I can fit up in there. And I was gone. It's like, I love you, St. Louis, but I gotta go. I gotta survive. I gotta look out for my fam. You know what I'm saying? So the next thing you know, I'm here. I'm in San Antonio. Had my own apartment. The first go round, and then Wayman became my roommate again. You know what I'm saying? But that's my guy. But that's my brother, I should say. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it right there. San Antonio's being cool, hot as a mug. What he said was, he's like, bro, the attire is and basketball shorts. But yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this light. I don't know if it's overpowering or. Let me see if I can. I should have been using this light. The other one brighter than a mug. Anyways, let me get up out of here. It's 25 minutes. Take my ass to work. All right, holla at y'all.